Field in Detroit. This is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Arizona Cardinals.
Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. We see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
On first down, Stafford here.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Have the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 45 yards. Throwing again is Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. To the air again, Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. Will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work it.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 59 yards. yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. Kirk now, the return man. Down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jordan Phillips in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards. yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return is Kirk.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. And they're going to start in great field position, and they've been starting in great field position in this one thanks to some great punt returns we see here.
And this is why you hear special teams coaches talk about pressing the kicking game, the area of hidden yardage. Although they actually count it, they know that if they bring the ball back big time each time, that helps out their offensive unit. And right now, they've set their group up in enemy field position.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Murray able to connect with Christian Kirk. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The 40-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Stafford looks to throw again.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he stopped immediately there.
DeAndre Swift.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
On the play. 2nd and 10. At the 44-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Isaiah Simmons gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
Caught left side, Hopkins.
Murray's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble,
And the Lions have recovered.
Murray on the keeper.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amendola again, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
To throw again. Stafford.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it third.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 41-yard line.
Murray going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jarrett Davis gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 3rd down, Drake. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Pickup. It's now 4th down.
A final shot before half from Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the former #1 overall pick, Kyler Murray. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. On the return, Andy Isabella. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Shotgun now from Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by
boy, that's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now back onto the field comes the Cardinal offense, and they're going to try for 2. After the turnover, here's Murray. Two-point conversion here.
That keeps the score. Cardinals 27.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
This one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. Yeah, he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there of 22.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
At the 11-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And it's third down.
It's now third down and less than.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Swift.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jared Davis getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, it's Drake. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. From the gun, Murray, flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Right back to Drake. Pass the 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, 48 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
To throw, it's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Hockenson. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league. It's It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They run. It's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Expected from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Stafford able to get this complete to Swift, his running back.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Stafford here. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 39 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Lining up for the point after.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but now it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing now is Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Lions will take over. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 45.
Here's Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Isaiah Simmons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. They'll find Galladay. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on second down. Stafford over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre
J.J. Swift, the intended receiver that time.
And it's 3rd and short.
Defensively.
Stafford looks to throw again. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go with Johnson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Going deep for Hopkins. Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count him up.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st down at Stafford. Going for it all. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions, and definitely not.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now. And the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. Well, probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
28.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
By the Cardinals.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins.
Pass interference. Offense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now Murray. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Today's
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.